Hey guys, welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Bruce and today I have a very fun video for you. So, do you think we can make 5k, 6k and 7k damage with our tanks? No? Well, stay tuned, sit back and relax. So I do not want to spoil more than this. In the past weeks I had some really fun games that I want to show you. So sit back, relax, take a coffee and enjoy the show. Off we start with the first game. Alright, first game in the Char Future 4. We are spawning on Tundra and let's first of all take a look at the map and see what options we have. Spawning on Tundra, no matter whether you spawn in the south or in the north, in my opinion, you should try to strive to win this portion of the map. This hill is the strategic position, and with a tank like the Char Future 4, I want to rush to this side, and then depending on the team, I further rush to this position in order to really win this portion right here, or at least I try to get some crossfire to the tanks of the enemy team which are rushing on top of here. From this hill you can take multiple positions under fire with this tank. So for example, this position right here, this position right here, then also to this position and basically this position, and then if the enemy team pushes into your base you can even defend it from this side of the map. So this is why this hill is so important and you should really try to win this strategic position. So yeah, I want to help my team to win the hill. Fortunately, we are not in a -2 matchmaking as there are no tier 11 tanks in the game. We are pretty fast, so I think we can help our team to win the hill. Now, if we take a look at the team composition, we can see, yes, there is a Leopard PTA and also T54. However, Leopard players tend to play more defensively, and the T54 is not as fast, so I'm one of the fastest tanks in this particular game, and so this is why I elect to go on top of the hill. Of course, there are some tanks. Fortunately, the Skoda T50 is wasting himself so that he's engaged into the fight with the other teammates, losing almost all of his HP, but this gives us the chance of proceeding on top of the hill without taking any damage. Now, this was super fortunate, and of course you should not rely on your teammates to be, let's say, yeah, to conduct this kind of gameplay. Unfortunately, in this situation I also take shot by the FV, fortunately a low roll with his HE shell. So yeah, my gameplay is not shiny as well, so very lucky at the beginning of the game. But I made 1.2k damage with my clip, and let's see how it goes. Of course, the drawback of the Char Future 4, and I made multiple videos about this tank. So for example, this one here, check this one out. This tank, I really adore this tank. One drawback is the long reload time of the clip. Another drawback is the long intra-clip reload of 4 seconds. However, in my opinion, the long reload time of your clip really helps you to learn how to play autoloader tanks. And what do I mean? In my opinion, one crucial thing if you play autoloaders is to use your reload time and to not stand still somewhere on the map, but to, for example, spot for your team or relocate and so on and so forth. So this is an advantage. Also, the 4-second intra-clip reload, while it is tough to play, learns you to not blindly empty your clip, which is something that you need to know or need to understand if you want to successfully play autoloader tanks. So check out this autoloader tutorial as well. It will help you out no matter what kind of autoloader you play. And by the way, I also made an autoloader tutorial for heavy tanks in which I featured the AMX 50B and also the T57, for example, which is linked right here. So check this one out as well. Alright, enough said, back to the game. 2.8k damage on the clock, which is nice, and let's see whether we can make some more damage. Of course we want to hold the hill because the hill is super important. Now in this game we have the benefit of having the Type 4 Heavy and also the 279E on the other flank, which should be able to hold this flank, at least if they do not push in way too aggressively. Now I want to reload my clip and then punish the T10, and then of course also the mouse, which proceeds to our position I'm now spotted, but as soon as he takes a shot onto the object 277, I can then take him out. A little bit of luck right here because the pen marker was only let's see, where's the green point? You know what, let's simply concentrate on the T10 that I can hopefully take out. Here go, and he's taken out by my team. All right, anyway, let's reload. 3.2k damage so far. Yeah, and of course the firepower is one of the shiny things in this tank. 4 shells with 390 alpha damage is simply excellent. In addition to this, you have a very mobile tank. It is the shape is angled so that you will, from time to time at least, bounce a shot. Especially if adversary tanks use auto aim, which I always recommend to not use. This is one good example of this tank. And you can also play vision games with this tank, as this tank does not only have good view range but also a decent camo value. So let's reload the clip and let's see what we can do. Looks like the adversary team is winning the other side of the map, and you know what? I think it is time to relocate and to position ourselves so that we can take those tanks under fire should they advance even further. So let's see how it goes. Unfortunately, the object 279E is taken out, but I think we can position ourselves so that we can make some additional damage. Now I tell the T110E4 to fall back because I will help him out. However, I need him to fall back and to preserve his HP. So let's go into this bush right here. Now I want to see the tank. This is why I'm positioning myself in this position. Now here's turn this turret. Let's see. Let us see. He's nice. Additional shot. Excellent. And now, yep, there's the AE phase 1. He can take a shot onto us, which is fine, but we can hopefully, yep, take another shot. We eat the arty shot, which is super unfortunate. Now we need to relocate and also reload our clip. So, but at least we made 4.7k damage, which is fine. And now I want to once again help out the T110E4. Now we have traded a lot of our HP, plus we have this long reload time. So let's see how it goes. T110 can hit one shot, nice. And hopefully the AE phase 1 will not disappear behind cover. He's engaged into the fight with the T110E4, and thus we can take a shot onto him, taking him out. Excellent. So 5k damage on the clock with this fantastic tank. Now there's one tank in our cap, so let's see whether we can take this tank out. Let's slowly approach this bush line right here, and maybe we can take another shot. So let us see. We are spotted. Okay, so that is not good. We still have 1 minute to go, so no need to rush. And I think I will at least pretend that so Artie is going this way. Okay, I will at least pretend to go this direction, and then let's turn around the tank and let's see whether we can approach this position by maybe not get spotted. 50 seconds remaining, and here go, there's the tank. Yep, he's expecting me from the other side, so I can take a shot, but unfortunately it takes so long that the WoT 65 can take me out. But you know what? In the end, we win this game and we get a decent 5.1k damage in the Char Future 4. Okay, second game. This time we spawn on Ghost Town with the AMX 13105, and let's first of all take a look at the map and see what options we have. Spawning on Ghost Town in the north with the light tank like the AMX 13105, you have multiple options. You can go to this open field right here and try to counter this light tank. However, if you get spotted, then you will most likely be taken out. Now we can also go to this position and spot this those heavy tanks crossing onto this side so that your teammates can take them under fire. Or you can go to this bush right here and simply try to outspot those tanks here and help your medium tanks to win this flank. yeah, so I want to play on this side of the map. As I promised with my thumbnail, I want to show you gameplay with 5k, 6k, 7k damage. Now, the AMX 13105 is a tank in which you usually do not conduct 6k or 7k damage, so let's see how it goes. Maybe I betrayed you with the thumbnail. Let's just see how it goes. Alright, T49 goes into this position, which is, I don't know. I think I'm the better spotter, but I think he wants to conduct damage, or he wants to deal damage with his derp gun. Okay, so we only get 136 spotting damage due to the fact that we are sharing the damage with the T49. I think he should be aware of his long reverse speed. Here we go, nice. We are, yep, spotted, so you always need to fall back. Do not stand in the bush and wait until you get spotted to then verify it, because this will bring you back to the garage much quicker than you expect. All right, looks like the T49 at least he used to enter this bush rearwards, which is a nice technique, so that he can fall back and proceed back to cover very quickly. Now I think this was a hit, so we should be at 1k damage with our tank. So I think a decent start. 1k damage, 1k assisting damage. A pretty nice start at the beginning of the game. So far everything's fine. Our team is also positioned, I would say, relatively normally on the map. Now the T183 peeks out of cover behind this corner. Looks like our team or contender is actually on the medium flank, playing super aggressively. There are quite some TDs at the rear of the map. The FV, the Foch 155, so, and also the WT on Panzer IV. So yeah, I would not play too offensively. Here you go. That's what I want to see. We have to wait until he turns around his tank. Yes, that was a hit. Nice. So maybe 1.7k, something like that. Maybe only 1.4k. We'll see. And let's simply stay in this bush and wait how the game is developing. Now, of course, if there are multiple light tanks in the game, I do not want to play too aggressively. I want to offer this aggressive gameplay to the other light tanks, because then at the end, this is where basically my star rises and where I can have the most use of my tank. Unfortunately, I'm reloading this situation, so let's wait. He's pretty close, but I want to take an additional shot. Nice, we can take him out. Excellent. And fortunately, nice. Let's take another shot onto him, but we missed this shot. Okay, anyway, this was a bit of a risk, but you know, sometimes you have to take risks. So far, so good. 1.8k damage on the clock. However, I think we had 1 or 2 blind shots, and I will tell you at the end of the game, as I know the result already, of course. So let's see how much more damage we can deal. We still have 2 light tanks, but the adversary team also has 2 light tanks. Looks like the 9 and 0 lane has fallen. Now I always refuse to go there simply because it's just a gamble. If you do a tiny mistake and if your view range is not sufficient, and keep in mind I do not play my light tanks with premium consumables. So far I only play tier 11 tanks with premium consumables. Then you are dead. You are back into the garage instantaneously. Here you go, nice shot onto the T803. Now we need to fall back. Yep, fortunately we missed this shot. Excellent. Looks like, yep, the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen is at the rear of the map taking a shot onto us. Then we'll take another shot. Nice, critical damage. Excellent. And even the third one. Excellent, 2.9k damage. 1.6k assisting damage, as I said earlier, maybe 2 blind shots, and then game is still relatively close. But I think I want to now proceed to where the Rheinmetall used to be, in order to open up the game and to create map control, to regain map control for our team. So with this, I will be then able to maybe take a crossfire onto the FV. Now the Rheinmetall pops up right here, but I of course do have the firepower advantage against this tank, as I have an autoloader. The only thing is I need to make sure to fall back into cover after I've taken all my 3 shells. Now unfortunately he sets me up on fire, causing 168 additional damage, sorry, 188. And now I can relocate. I have the support of my team. So if he is smart enough to not peek out of cover, but now I can reload my clip, and then of course I will once again have the firepower advantage against this tank. So let's see how it goes. I want to attack him by surprise, i.e. I go the long way around, and then this also gives me the chance of being safe from the FV should he relocate to the D5 position. Here you go, nice, and he's taken out, excellent. 4.6k damage, maybe about 5.2k so far, so game is also relatively close. Now I need to make sure to rush into the city and to help my team to get more damage. Meanwhile, reloading the gun, the firepower is really what sets this tank apart from the other light tanks. This tank is phenomenal with its 3-shell auto-loading tank, dealing 390 alpha damage with each shot. By the way, I also made a light tank tutorial. Actually, I made tons of light tank tutorials. One is linked right here, so feel free to check those ones out. I think if you follow all my tips and tricks that I have for you with all my light tank tutorials, then you are set up for light tank gameplay, which is kind of beneficial because you might also need to do the missions towards the reward tanks, the new ones that are in the game with update 2.0. Meanwhile, my team is dying, unfortunately, but I can relocate and hopefully do a bit more damage. Alright, here you go. At least one shot onto the hacker. Nice. I need to relocate because I'm spotted. Yep. And let's see. So can we take another shot onto him? No, you know what? I want to run away, reload my clip, and then at least have 3 shells available. I think I will not make it to win this game because I cannot fight against 6 other tanks with a light tank. I still have 1000 HP to trade, but yeah, I'm spotted, unfortunately. I need to run. Yeah, okay, hacker takes a shot. Of course, he has the best gun handling in the game. And you know what? I will just go for the FV, making as much damage as I can, because then I have to reload, and then I'm dead anyway. But this way I can make a lovely additional, what is it, 900 damage. And I get a very decent result of 6.3k. In the end, we had 1 blind shot, so making this 6.7k damage with the AMX 13105, 1.8 additional damage, so a fantastic game in this light tank. And finally, we spawn on Fisherman's Bay with a Grille 15 in a tier 10 matchup, which is nice. But let's first of all take a look at the map and see what options we have. Spawning on Fisherman's Bay, this is how the game usually develops, and with the Grille you have multiple options. You can go to the left hand side to this bush right here and conduct like the basic gameplay, you know, sniping out of a bush. Or of course you can go to the heavy lane and try to conduct second line gameplay with your teammates in the city. Alright, yeah, so in this matchup I first of all want to go to the typical sniper position with this tank and see what we can achieve. One of the reasons is because there is an EBR 105 in the game, not only on our side but also in the enemy team. And so I simply want to wait until I see how aggressively they push and they play, And so I think this typical TD position is pretty decent. Now, let's see how it goes. Our EBR is playing super aggressively. This is good for us because he should be able to spot one or another tank. Right, there is there is the other EBR. Let's see, can we take a shot onto this tank? No, we cannot, but maybe onto the EBR. Let's see. We need to be fully aimed in. Okay, here we go. There's a TD. Nice, and first 887 damage plus 922 assisting damage. Excellent start with the Grille 15. Nice. So of course we have to wait 10 seconds until we're not spotted anymore. And keep in mind, those 10 seconds is a rough guess. With some particular perks and also some particular pieces of equipment, you are able to tweak this number. So if you're unsure, just wait 1, 2, maybe 3 additional seconds. Nice. 811 damage. Little high roll right here. Excellent. To make sure that you're not spotted anymore, because this is crucial. You must not go back into the bush when you're spotted, because then you will lose your HP. So let's see. No. Maybe we can take a shot onto the EBR. I would love to see this. Bad chat, no. Real Toronto, no. I would love to see this, because this tank is always super annoying. Nice, 912, excellent. Super nice high roll. That's what I want to see. Game is on the losing side. Yep, if I take a look at the minimap, I can see that we are about to lose the heavy flank, which is unfortunate, but you know what? If you lose a flank and if the adversary team is pushing, this gives you this gives you the chance of making damage, right? Especially in tank destroyer. So we'll see how this one goes. I just recently made a video about second line gameplay, which is linked right here, which you might want to check out if you like to play tanks like the Grille 15 or maybe tanks like the AMX 50B. If you're working your way to the embeddable, your second line gameplay is something that you really need to understand and that you need to have in your bag of tricks. If you have a tank which lacks armor and that you nonetheless want to play aggressively. So let's reload the gun. Unfortunately, we have missed this shot. Super unfortunate. Let's go into this bush, knock down this tree right here to give us some additional cover. And then I think it is time, maybe... No, he is smart enough to not peek out of cover. Maybe this IS-7, let me see. Let's put him in and bam, nice. We even light him up, excellent. So causing an additional 268 damage. 3.6k damage made so far, plus 900 assisting damage. Let's fall back and let's see whether we can take out this IS-7. Okay, he's not spotted anymore, but he's in our cap circle, so... let us see. Let us see. What can we do? Maybe we can go on top of this little hill here, because this always gives us the chance of falling back. IS-7 is taken out, excellent. Now object 277. Let's fully aim in and nice. It's so sweet if the Grille hits its shots. Let's see, maybe some additional damage. No, he's fallen back, but maybe we can take this IS-4 under fire. Let me see. Object 277 is taken out. Excellent. The MX-50B and the Stritzwagen players are doing a fantastic job of falling back. Now, we do not have any map control, so we'll see how this one goes. If the Grille 15 advances and spots us, then we are in trouble. Okay, there's the bad shot. Now it's super important to take out the bad shot, so let's concentrate on the next shot. Let's see. Make sure that we are in the bush, and let's fully aim in, and... we missed this shot. But we're not spotted. Okay, this is good. We're not spotted. Let's take a shot onto the IS-4, maybe. No, because he's hiding. Maybe T110E5. Let's see. here you go. Nice. And we can take him under fire. Excellent. Okay, we get an assist. Sorry, an additional 500 assisting damage. Now the problem is that we can be taken under fire. Yep, by the object. He bounces. Super unfortunate, and we can take him out. Excellent. Okay, that was very fortunate. Simply because our gun is broken and we need to wait 70 seconds until we can reload it. So, okay, that is a real drawback in this situation. Fortunately, our team can take out the bad chat, which is good. And now it's time for us to wait and see what we can do. Of course, first of all, we want to repair our gun. We have quite some armor in this game, 2 IS-7s, one of which is full HP, the other one has at least 1.1 K HP, which is good, but we want to fall back. Okay, we want to fall back just like the MX is doing, and simply wait until we can repair our gun. Of course not reload, but repair. Alright, tough game, no map control whatsoever. We managed to stay alive, which is good. We already made 5.7k damage, 1.8k assisting damage, which is nice. And I thought maybe I can deal damage out of this location right here. Grille 15 is still in this position. He's out of render range, but first of all we need to take care of the T110E5. And I can finally repair my gun. Okay, perfect. IS-7 is chasing the Grille 15. And you know what? Grille 15 is running away, so this gives us the chance of proceeding down the one lane and opening up a crossfire situation against the T110E5. So that's what I want to see. With the Grille 15 be still in the B1 position, we would have no chance whatsoever of doing this move. But this now gives us the chance of opening up and of regaining map control. And so yeah, that is a clear mistake by the Grille 15 player, but one which we can really exploit. Alright, he's stopping in this position, so let's fall back. I do not want to get proxy spotted because I want to catch him by surprise and then maybe make an additional damage. There's the Grille. Maybe we should help out the IS-7, but you know what? I think no. Let's concentrate on the T124, and we have to have a little bit of luck, hoping that the Grille 15 does not take a shot onto us. So let's see. Bam, we can take him out. Excellent. Let's fall back, and we do not take a shot by the Grille 15. And now it is time to help out the IS-7 against the Grille 15. I will signal him that I am going to help him, because then if we have taken out the Grille 15, we can basically regain map control, and we will be on the winning side once again in this game. So, wow, a nice, thrilling finish. And let's see what we get. He's once again falling back. Okay, I'm spotted. Ooh, I'm spotted. I need to fall back because I do not want to get taken out by the FB, which is positioned in the middle. So let's proceed behind cover. And fortunately, yeah, we managed to do so. Now, can we take out the Grille 15? Okay, IS-7 is taking out the Grille 15. Excellent. So, let's see what we can do. So, let's wait in this position. Unfortunately, or I mean, of course, I should not be the tank driving blindly into the FV. I will give this opportunity to Mr. IS-7 because he does have the armor to bounce shots effectively. There he is. I need to relocate a bit more to the right, so to have a clear line of fire towards this tank. Please stop shooting him because I want to also... Okay, I bounce at the side of the tracks, you know, with regular ammunition. 279mm of pen of the Grille is, as it seems, not enough to pen the FB4005. Yeah, this is World of Tanks from time to time. Sometimes this game really trolls you. But I mean, we had the lucky moment with the Object 140, which we could take out even with a destroyed gun. So let's not complain and let's try to see how we can win this game. Because after all, after we have managed to bring ourselves to the winning side again, and after we have regained map control, of course we want to now secure the game and win this matchup. So let's see. I want to go to the middle into a bush until, oh, sorry, where I can have a line of fire to another tank. Hopefully they did not go to the city, because then once again the shot will be for the IS-7. So let's see how it goes. Okay, there he is. He's behind cover. He's taken out by the IS-7. Hopefully, here you go. That's what I want to see. Nice. And let's fully aim in. And nice. An additional 616 damage. So we made 7k damage. And can we even take the kill shot? No. But 7k damage. 2.5k assisting damage. So 9.5k damage in the Grille. A fantastic game. And overall, yeah, those were 3 decent games I had in the last couple of weeks that I really wanted to show you. Alright guys, that was it for today with the video about my damage dealing games in the past couple of weeks. Did you like the show? Did you enjoy the gameplay? And when was the last time you had such amounts of damage in your tanks? Just leave a comment in the comment section down below. And as always, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up or hype the video. You can hype the video multiple times. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. If you find this video extremely helpful, then feel free to support me via super thanks. This way you can make a one-time donation. You just have to click this button underneath the video. If you adore this channel and you want to consistently support me, then consider subscribing to my channel or become a member once again with the click of a button underneath the video. Thanks a lot, and I see you next time in another World of Tanks video.